I think what I want people to hear is just, lenders have their own complicated world that they live in that has all kinds of rules. And so if they say no to you, it might be helpful for you to begin to dig down and say, okay, what's going on? Because if you can understand those rules, then you know where to go and who to ask for what.
So the relationship that we have developed with institutions is the notion of CRA around the investment test with that banking institution to invest in us to do what you want to see happen is the investment in small business. So I'm taking the risk that the bank will not take because, quite frankly, Heidi already said, she has a moral obligation to it, but it's outside of her footprint. So it's not really an interest area or focal point for the financial institution. So from my perspective, I want to be able to create opportunities, create jobs, to create investment in places where we're not, even though we're not in competition with the bank, but where there is no role, right now currently. So that's where I want to be. I want to be where there's a gap between the financial institution and the need of that community. So that's the space we play in and the relationship we try to develop with those banking institutions.
I'm just going to say one more thing about PRIs, because that's a nice thing to know about. It's called Program-Related Investments, and it's something that foundations do. Now, a foundation can either give you a loan, a grant, which is free and you don't pay it back, or they can make you a loan. Sometimes it can be a loan at 0 interest. And then if you pay it back, then they get to loan it out again. So that's a good thing. So some foundations will do PRIs. So it's just another useful thing to know about.
And I don't, a lot of you all don't know me, and I'm a retired bank regulator, and then I did CRA exams for a number of years and supervised examinations there. But basically what happens is that you got 3 different groups of banks in CRA. And we've got the small banks, and it's somewhere around 270, 80 million, somewhere in that, and below are considered small banks. Those small banks really don't have to do any CRA. So if you got some community banks that in your area and you're saying, well, this bank should be doing CRA, and they're a small bank, the only requirement they have to make is a requirement that deals with their loan-to-deposit ratio. All that other investment and all the other stuff that the big banks do, like Heidi, they don't have to do that. And so therefore, you'll get. But in regards to CRA, that depending on how large that bank is, there's a medium-sized group, what they call small intermediate, and they have to meet some investment test types of things. And then you got a large bank like Heidi. So that's the reason why you get some banks not really interested in CRA.
Yeah.